Hello students. So today we will continue lesson 5 forms and frames. So in the last class we have studied about the form and the working of the forms and also about the attributes, action and method. So today we will study about the input elements. See, the input elements are the form elements that can accept the input from the user. So the following are some of the input elements that can be added to a form. These are called the form controls. So the input elements are called the form controls also. So what are all that input elements that accept the input from the user? One is the text box. So in the text box you can take the user name as the input. In the checkbox also you can take the user input, their choices by giving the options in front of the checkboxes. Radio button, in front of the radio button also we give the choices options. Here the password box, so we can take the input as a password. So besides the above mentioned controls, we can have other elements also on our form, which are buttons. We can create select submit buttons, drop down list, that is the pull down menu. As you can see here, this is the drop down list. When I click on this is the drop down list for the magnification. Third is the combo box, and the fourth is the text area for multiple line text input. If you for taking the input as the address, so address contains more than one line. So if you want the input from the user more than one line, that is the multiple line, so we create text area on the form. Okay, now this input tag is a container tag. All the input tag, so this input tag is a container tag and define the types of input elements: syntax, input, open, input, close. Inside the form element you write text box also you can write, checkbox also you can write, and this input tag is used within the form tag. Inside the form tag we use the input tag. Now see the attributes related to the input tag. So input tag is used to create the form input elements. The attributes which can be associated with this tag are the type attribute, and this attribute specifies what kind of form control will be added to the form, and the default type for the input element is the text. It defines only one line of text. Okay, so it's with the here along with the input element we use the type attribute, we use the name attribute, and we use the value. So here we can write input type equals to button, so input type equals to text box, input type equals to checkbox. Like this you can use it. Say name. Every control in the form we must have a name to identify it. The name attribute specifies the name of an input element. Now value, it specifies the initial value for the element. So if you want to give any value for any input element, so that also you can write as a value for the attribute. Now size, it specifies the width of the input field. So what width you wants to give, 10 pixel, 20 pixel, 30 pixel, that also we give as the value in the size attribute. Max length, it specifies the maximum number of characters for the input field. That if suppose max length you have given 50, so more than 50 characters you cannot enter in that text box. HTML5 input elements introduce several new values for the type attributes such as the date time, number, range, email or URL. Also in the HTML5 you will get some other attributes also. HTML5 introduced a new element output also, which is used to represent the result of different types of output, such as output written by a script. So in the HTML5 language the latest version of the HTML, there you will get the output tag also, and this is only used to represent the result of different types of outputs, such as the output written by script. Means if any code you have written inside the HTML program you have written, so that output will be represented inside this output container tag. Okay, so now here you can take how we add a text box. How we add a text box over the form. A text box allows the user to enter alphanumeric data. Yes, alphanumeric means you can enter alphabet also and numbers also. That is a combination of characters and numbers. So you can add a text box to the form in the following way. How? Input type equals to text, so text box will be added. Input type equals to text. Now the text input element creates a single line text box. Here you get to see this is the text box. Now you can see the code. This is the label name. So that the label element can describe the form controls, means what type of the control this value is going to hold. This is the text box control, and the name of this text box is given name, father's name. So the label element can describe the form controls which help the text to speech browsers to handle form properly. Now here you see the HTML tag opened, head open, inside the head title using form elements. So you can see the title over here, over the title bar. Now the body background color is set cyan. Form tag open. Now inside the form, see the label is written name, and in front of the name, see there is input tag is open, and type equals to text box. As you can see here, the text box, and name equals to first name. Here it is identified as the first name, so name is also given here, first name, and size is equals to given 30, so not more than 30 characters can be written, and the max length is 10, so maximum length is given 10, and the value is what? Empty. See, value is empty. So size means that is 30 given, width is 30 pixel, and the length is given, maximum length is given 10, so not more than 10 characters can be entered. First name should not be more than 10 characters. Value is empty, and 2 times br means there is a 2 line space after this. Yes, 2 line space, and after that you can see father's name, that is the label, and again another input type control is open, element is open, type is equals to text box, name equals to second name is given for the second name, and size equals to 30, the same width of the, that is the width 30 pixel, and max length 10 characters. Value empty. If you write anything here, suppose initially you want to write the father's name Raj Kapoor, so you write in the double quotation mark Raj Kapoor, so Raj Kapoor will appear here when this code will execute. Now the form close and the body close, HTML tag close. Now you can see the output for this. Name, in front of the name there is a text box, father's name, in front of this is the text box. Now form specifies the beginning of the form. Input type equals to text. The value text indicates that the interface element is a text input field. Name equals to first name. First name is the name of the input field or text box. This is the name. First name is given as a name for the text box. And size equals to 30 specifies the text field, that is 30 characters wide. This is the 30 characters wide, the size is given. By default, the size of the text field is 20 characters. Max length 10 specifies the maximum number of characters that the user can enter into the input field. And the value, the attribute specifies any default text in the input field. In our case, since we have not specified anything within the double quotes, so the input field will appear blank. The field set elements is used to group the different form controls. The field set element can contain an optional legend element to describe the different groups. So this field set elements is used to group the different form controls. If you can create a group of the form controls like text and checkbox and radio button, like this all you can make a field set. The field set element can contain any optional legend element to describe the different groups. So you can use the optional elements, that is the legend element also, you can use it in the field set. Adding a checkbox. How you add a checkbox? On the form, a checkbox is like a toggle switch which helps the user to select or deselect. So one time you click on the checkbox, it will be selected. Second time if you click on it, it will be deselected. One or more items. As so, you can select more than one item in the checkbox control. But in the radio button, only one item can be selected. If you select another item, so first one will be deselected. As with the other name of form or controls, you have to type your label next to the checkbox. Yes, here the label should be after the checkbox. See, input type equals to checkbox, name equals to hobby. Name you have given for the checkbox is hobby, and the value you written reading. So on this checkbox, you'll find the value reading and checked. So it will be checked. Now, see. Here you can see the code. Body background color light cyan, and form open. Paragraphs is choose your qualification, that is the paragraph. Now input type checkbox name equals to C1. See, input type is the checkbox and name is given for this checkbox is C1. Value you have written graduate. Yes, you can see the value just after the checkbox graduate. So value is graduate means if you click on this, so the value will be for that will be the set graduate. Now checked. Yes, you can see when the code will execute, you will it will be already checked this checkbox, and after that you return the label graduate. See the label just after the checkbox, this is the label, and two line space br. Input type checkbox name C2, second checkbox name given is the C2. Value post graduate, it will store the value, and the post graduate is the label. Now form close, body close, HTML close. So this you are seeing that is the label just after the checkbox, and this value is equals to post graduate means whenever one person will check this, so the form the person will submit. So the value for this checkbox will be submitted to the server is post graduate. So whatever you write here, that will be submitted to the form. Suppose here you have written undergraduate and here the level written postgraduate. So by submitting this form, the value for this checkbox will be submitted undergraduate if you have written here undergraduate. So by writing here what you have written, that will not be sent to the as a value for this checkbox to the form to the server. There you will get the value what you have written here in the double quotation mark as a value for the value attribute. So that value will be submitted to the database. Now here you can see type equals to checkbox indicates that the input form element is a checkbox. Name C1 specifies the name of the checkbox as C1. Value equals to graduate specifies value that will be assigned to the checkbox when it is in the checked state. And this is checked means it determines that the checkbox should be pre-selected when the web page loads. Yes, when the web page loads, so this checkbox is pre-selected. So this is all for today, students. So in the next class we will continue our discussion over the topic this adding a radio button. So this is all for today. Thank you for your attention.